This problem asks us to find and simplify the difference quotient for this function g, negative 5x squared plus 8x. So the first step is to take this expression and make appropriate substitutions based on the function that we are working with. G of x plus h, I'm going to take the expression x plus h and plug it into all my x's that I see in my function g. So that's negative 5 times the quantity x plus h squared plus 8 times x plus h. Okay. And again, this is just what this notation is telling us to do. Take whatever expression we see inside these parentheses and plug it into the x's in our function. And then we need to subtract our function g of x and divide the entire expression by h. Okay. So after we plug in for our given function, we start working toward expanding that numerator out completely in hopes that we will eventually be able to simplify this expression so that we can cancel the h out of the denominator. So as a first step, and I'm going to be deliberate, I'm just going to expand the x plus h squared, and that is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And then I'm just going to copy the rest of the numerator. And again, that whole numerator is divided by h. So now that I've expanded out the x plus h squared, I'm going to go ahead and distribute the negative 5, the 8, and this negative 1 over that last expression. That's negative 5x squared minus 10xh minus 5h squared. Distribute the 8 and distribute a negative 1. We're going to get a positive 5x squared minus 8x. And this entire expression is all over h. So at this point, we've gone ahead and distributed or expanded out our numerator completely. And at this point, we notice that there are terms that are going to cancel. Right? We expect, working with very nice polynomials like this, that any term without an h is going to cancel. We have a negative 5x squared and a positive 5x squared, so that's going to sum to 0. The 8x and the negative 8x will also sum to 0. And in our numerator, we are just going to have terms with h's. So in our numerator, we have negative 10xh minus 5h squared plus 8h all over h. And again, because we have an h, at least one h in all of our terms in the numerator, we'll be able to factor an h out and cancel it with the h in the denominator. So when we factor out h from each of these terms, we're left with negative 10x minus 5h plus 8, all divided by h. And we can always check that we factored the numerator correctly by multiplying the h over all three of these terms and seeing if we get back to where we started. But now that we factor out an h, we can cancel the h in the numerator and the denominator, and we are left with negative 10x minus 5h plus 8.